Aim Punk ice
He will
cream.
probably
Hello,
be mad
everyone.
at you because you are copyright infringing him, and he'll sue you for millions of dollars, like the
We'll,
douchebag he is.
we'll talk about that.
Uh,
Andy's
IMP. Are you upset because you may possibly not get your game on time?
Andy's had wine.
I have, and I'm all out. I'm all out. It's gone. I need more,
Yeah.
but I probably won't have any more because the other bottles are warm, and warm wine is just not good. Hey, I've had a long week.
Then I don't care.
Yeah. Oh,
This is what happens before the show. We talk about
we
Limp
don't
Bizkit.
care. Oh.
We talk about Limp
We
Bizkit
just
and
kind of pick a
racist
Limp
jokes.
Bizkit song and we just kind of melody, whatever you want to call it. Throw your hands up. Oh, throw your hands up.
Move in, now move out. Hands up, now hands down. Back up, back up.
Sounds like the Richard Cheese version of that song.
Now what you want to do now?
Fly me to the moon.
That's a different song.
Let me play amongst the stars. You don't say. Literally, you don't say because it really wasn't words.
All right.
When did I undo that button? Was that undone all day? That's weird. Anyway, I'm beginning to wonder, was this button undone all day? And I'm the kind of person that has just the top button undone on all of my shirts when I go to work. So like I probably look like a freak with two buttons undone. My kids probably thought I was nuts. They already know I'm nuts. I think made some jokes I probably should have made today about emos and such. Hey, you know, Adam, I really wish my lawn were emo.
So it cut itself.
Yeah. Yeah, you got it. You know this shit. You know you've been loving this shit right here.
Shall we begin?
Yeah, let's do this. I'm ready to go. I've got Audacity open. I'm actually on top of shit today. Audacity is open.
Going to be an interesting show.
It's gonna be great. Do we have a lot of stuff, or is it gonna be like a 30-minute episode again?
One can only hope.
LIMP Biscuit is right here. Let's do it.
When Andy's on the wine, we hope for the shortest shows possible.
Or the longest because people think I'm adorable. Let's do this. Ready?
Episode 168. Yeah. I don't have an opener for this. Oh, wait.
Oh, what the fuck? Hey, how about you do something with Sheamus's balls? Did you not see that? Did you not go back and look? Totally, you could see like just a tiny bit of his ball skin, and like he's totally shaven. It's
By the
really.
time you mentioned it to me, I had already deleted Raw.
It was really weird.
I watch it live, so
get it on Hulu. It's weird.
Sure.
Really weird.
Yeah. Okay.
Just Google Sheamus's balls.
That is exactly what I'm going to Google after the show.
I'm going to Google it right now.
Are you ready?
Hang on. Sheamus's balls. All right. Sorry. Yeah, I'm ready.
3. Rundown, episode 168. In 3, 2, 1, record. This week's episode of The Rundown is brought to you by Sean O'Haire, a star with a bright future cut short by WWE Creative after the invasion, one of the two. His next gimmick, the kind of Devil's Advocate gimmick, had some real promise, but was cut short, and he was demoted to OVW, where he didn't really belong, in my opinion. He passed away yesterday in Spartanburg, South Carolina, at the age of 43. Our condolences go to his friends and family in their time of loss. We are about to have a moment of silence in the memory of Sean O'Haire, but I'm not telling you something you don't already know. Gene Snitsky, famous baby punter, has been spotted in online infomercials advertising a pressure cooker.
What?
What else could former superstars advertise?
You think Gene Snitsky pressure cooked a baby? Possibly. Let's see. What else could they use in infomercials? How about? Oh man, I don't even know. I kind of think like someone should do a ShamWow commercial, like one of those kind of things. I'm just trying to think of who would really totally fit that sort of feel.
Stone Cold's mud stomping chamois cloth.
Yeah, chamois cloth. I love it. I love chamois cloth. Or like a Seamus Snuggie, or like or maybe I don't know. Man, I'm bad with things today.
Well, that would be the wine, wouldn't it?
That would be the wine that's gone. It's all gone. Totally gone. Oh, there was a bit. It's on my desk.
Let's get to the rundown.
Yeah, let's do it.
Sean says he's surprised that your new avatar isn't Seamus's balls.
I can't find a picture of it.
That's such a shame. That is such
a Seamus. Ah!
A shame.
It's such a Seamus. You get it? You get it? A Seamus. A Seamus.
It's a shameful thing. Lobster. Too many limes. Too many limes.
What? I'm so confused. Like margaritas?
Smoother than Seamus's balls. It's episode 168 of The Rundown. My name is Adam. I'm your host, and it is Wednesday, September 10th, 2014. Joining me this...
yeah. Hi. I can't hear you. You're frozen, but hi.
No.
Okay, you're back now. I'm here. Hi. You froze for a second. I apologize.
Well, I'm back, so...
You're back now. It's probably your Mac. I'll just blame it on your Mac.
It's probably. But that's okay.
Or maybe just the internet broke from your introduction
there. Troy says Hulk Hogan could do a Rent-A-Center commercial. Oh, wait. And Vinny's here. We were just talking about you before we started, Vinny.
Yeah, Vinny, we were saying all kinds of good things. By good, we mean bad.
We were talking about how much you like Sprite.
Yes, Sprite. Sprite.
We are up 1 follower on Facebook to 439. We are up 5 followers on Twitter to 155.
Yeah.
On the official listener poll, nothing has changed. Mike Deal still owes me $10 from 3 weeks ago, but he said something
son of a bitch.
He said something about being in jail, so I might have to let it slide because I don't want to get shanked.
That was really odd. I didn't ask. I wanted to kind of know. I was kind of curious what happened, but I figured that's not the kind of thing you ask, nor is that the kind of thing you disclose on Facebook.
And yes, and Glenn Morton is still our official listener with $35 donated to every purchase of a book. If you would like to be our official listener, go to rundown.podomatic.com, click on the PayPal donate button on the right-hand side of the page, donate at least $36, and go to tinyurl.com/distant horizons and purchase at least 1 copy.
Adam.
This here chapbook.
Adam! Oh, chapbook? You mean Chasing Distant Horizons at tinyurl.com/Distant Horizons? Hey, quick question, or quick statement. Remind me later. I'm going to let you know all about Patreon. It sounds like a cool thing that we can make money on. Anyway, continue on.
I already said all that, and you just repeated it, and it's like I'm not even here.
What? You're here? Oh, there you are! Hi!
Let's just rewind.
Yeah! Whoop, 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 whoop.
On NXT, Charlotte pins Alexa Bliss. Tyler Breeze pins Ty Dillinger. Tyson Kidd taps out Adam Rose. Sami Zayn taps out Marcus Louis. Adrian Neville pins CJ Parker. And to the surprise of everyone, Cien Kalisto defeat the Vaudevillains to win the NXT Tag Team Contendership Tournament.
That's sad.
In story mode, in preparation for his hair versus hair match at TakeOver 2, or as they're now calling it, TakeOver Fatal 4-Way, because that's far less clunky. Enzo Amore actually accidentally de-hairs a dog. So that's a thing that happened.
Yeah, that's interesting. Are you excited for TakeOver 2, Fatal 4-Way?
We are. We'll get to that later.
You know what's really one quick thing about that? When I was watching the Hulu-fied version of Raw, which we'll talk about in just a moment, well, the full version of Raw, not the Hulu-fied version, I think the thing I was most excited for the entire episode was the preview they showed for TakeOver 2, which is sad when the developmental product is actually more exciting and seems more appealing than the main product. But anywho, I digress.
Right. Troy says he can't wait for Jerry Lawler's accountant, Mike Deal, to make his debut by attacking Bret Hart.
That's awesome.
And Vinny Reichs at a spry. Yes, indeed.
Rack at the spry.
Like a spry. Racism. On SmackDown, Dolph Ziggler pins Cesaro, then gets beaten up. Jimmy Uso pins Heath Slater. Paige pins Brie Bella after Brie saves her sister from AJ's wrath. Bo Dallas pins Zack Ryder. He's 23, and Bo.
That's not bad.
He gives the crowd an inspirational speech until Swagger comes down for a fight. In story mode, Stephanie announces a triple threat Divas title match for Night of Champions, and Rusev accepts Mark Henry's challenge for Night of Champions.
Wait, so the triple threat match is both Bella's and the champion?
No, it's Diva and Paige and AJ. It's
Wait,
Diva,
what?
yes, it's Nikki and Paige and AJ.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if
versus
AJ
Paige.
was involved because I have the way they've been playing AJ. It's kind of making me wonder if she's just going to disappear soon.
On Raw, Bray Wyatt defeats Chris Jericho in a
Ignore my
steel
comment,
cage match by Escape, then continues to beat him up to set up their match at Night of Champions. More on that in a minute. The Frenemies defeat Rosa and Natalia because Rosa's fucking terrible. Seth pins Sheamus after the distraction from Cesaro. He then gets neutralized. Sheamus does, that is. Sami Zayn and Adrian Neville defeat Tyson Kidd and Tyler Breeze. Hooray! The Dustbusters defeat Carmen Fernandiego. Adam Rose pins Titus O'Neil after the Bunny super kicks Heath. The Bunny then splashes Titus at the request of Rose.
So do you think the Bunny was Gabe what's his name, Justin Gabriel this time, or do you think it was what's his name, Zack Ryder?
No, can Zack Ryder do a super kick? I don't know.
I don't know. You should ask him.
Roman defeats Randy by disqualification when Seth and Kane run out with the crew to lock them all in the cage, but Reigns clears the ring and ends up alone in the cage with Randy in a chair. Then Seth leaps into the cage from the top, and Roman gets beaten up after all. In story mode, Dolph presents some leaked pictures of The Miz.
That was actually funny. I like that.
Jericho gets his knee checked on by the trainer, then gets attacked by Orton. Paul Heyman comes out to provide Cena with a secret game plan, but Cena appears and spends an hour and a half telling us why he's so awesome.
Shut up. That was the best segment on Raw.
No, it was not.
Yes, it was. That was good. And if you don't agree that Cena's work there was good and Heyman's work was good there, then...
Heyman's work is always good.
Well, they were both good. They were both awesome. So that actually made me excited for that main event, and hopefully praying that Mr. Musclehead actually loses the title. Not that it'll happen. Just saying. My opinion's different from yours.
Yes, that was a promo full of John Cena kissing his own ass.
That was a promo full of John Cena actually kind of, keeping true to his character.
And it lasted way too long.
I don't disagree. Completely disagree.
And Jerry Springer. But the less said about that.
Like I said on Twitter on the feed, the episode with Jerry Springer involved lots of upshots of a Bella, a butt crack of a Bella, and Sheamus's balls. So it was very fitting for Jerry Springer that week. Very much was.
Sean says, tune in to The Rundown, the only podcast where you can watch a host's wife eat stuff live on air. She's pregnant. She can eat whatever, whenever, wherever she wants.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
She's amazing.
I'm telling him off.
Yeah, tell him. You tell that bastard. And he's just waiting. He's just talking to his wife. I'll just fill up some air with
Sean,
me.
you're getting yelled at right now. I'll have you know. Vin says, pregnant! Yes, thank you for all capitals and an exclamation point. Says, I'm Bo Dallas here for my new product, Bojack's Cleaning Problems. Got a tough stain you need to get out? Has your pre-match grease down, left a stain on your couch? All you have to do is Bojack's.
That's great.
Yeah. So, not a bad Raw, but
it seemed all right from the
moments.
It cut a bunch of shit out of my version, obviously, as usual. But overall, I think it was pretty good. And you're wrong. You're wrong about the John Cena segment. There you go.
On main event, Seth pins Swagger, Cesaro pins Ryder, Adam Rose pins Titus, and the Ascension defeat Carmen Fernandiego. Plus, announced for Night of Champions, Roman Reigns takes on Seth Rollins, and Chris Jericho faces off against Randy Orton.
That's odd.
I guess that feud is over with. Oh well, whatever. So there's that.
All right.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Sounds good.
Not too intrigued for
Night of Champions.
yet, but we'll see what happens.
Well, JR in his last podcast was talking about how that particular event is actually kind of lending itself to be all about the main event. And that's okay, because as he said, which I kind of agree, that gives an opportunity for some of the other people on the card to just kind of sneak in and steal the show, so to speak. So we'll see what match actually ends up being the show stealer.
Sean Marshall sent me a text message that says, "There's no Q&A app." There is. It's there, I promise. Maybe you are not logged into Google+. Maybe that's the problem, because I think that happened to regular Sean once before. So.
Right. I like how Sean Marshall is Sean Marshall and the other Sean is regular Sean.
Wow.
It's like regular and irregular Sean. Which one has trouble pooping?
They're both irregular. But anyway, you know what comes next?
Let me think. We're done with the rewind. We're going to viewer mail.
Yes.
Hello, Linda. This is Mikey Michelson, 8.5-year-old fan. First-time caller, but I've been listening since I was 6 3/8. I just want to let you know up front, I suffer from occasional incomplete sentence syndrome. Not a big deal, but I just thought I'd mention it so you know. Anyway, I want to tell you a story. So a couple months ago, the WWE came to town for Raw, and my daddy got us backstage passes. Now, I know it was a bad thing to do. I ended up wandering off, and I found the women's locker room. Yeah. As it turns out, I met Marie, and I ended up getting a bit embarrassed because she could clearly tell that I was hard. Were you able to contain my enthusiasm? I know it's difficult to believe, but I got alone. Amazing how beautiful she is. It seems unbelievable, but she really sucked me. And by being so nice to me. I mean, 5 minutes after we met, her mouth was entirely full of cum. Completely nice things to say. And stuff like that, which makes the WWE such a great company to watch. And now, let's kick it back to two guys who like to taste each other's ass. Get soup recipes. Adam and Andy.
What the fuck just happened?
Mikey Michelson, ladies and gentlemen.
What the fuck was that?
Mikey.
That was the
Michelson.
scariest shit I think I've ever heard. What the fuck?
Well done, Mikey. You broke
we
in.
need to stop the rundown call-ins. I think that is officially signified the end of all call-ins. Never call in again. That was something that horror movies were made of right there.
Well done, Mikey.
Hey, Mikey, if you want to voice something for my podcast, let me know. Send me an email. That was fucking scary as shit and creepy and
But he's only
wrong.
8 years old. Why are you scared by an 8-year-old?
So many levels. So wrong. As an educator, that is so wrong.
How can you be scared of an 8-year-old who made one of the divas' mouth completely full of cum? Completely nice things to say.
I feel like I should report that somehow. I don't even know. I feel like I should report that. Oh, God. I'm dirty. I need to go take a shower.
Says, wait, Sheamus's balls were exposed? I'm picturing 2 white tennis balls with the hair the same shade as Ronald McDonald.
Surprisingly, not a lot of hair down there.
Sean Marshall says, fixed it. Yeah, you did, buddy. Actual question for the sidebar, says Vin. What is this thumbs up, thumbs down shit below me? To be completely off topic from the podcast, that is something that Google is doing with the Hangouts, where you can thumbs up or thumbs down different parts of the shows and let people know how you felt about it if you liked it.
Really?
Apparently.
Wow, we're gonna get so many thumbs down.
We're screwed.
We're gonna be off of this thing like forever.
Which brings us
to the Rundown Showdown.
To the Rundown Showdown.
I'm getting good. See, I just need some liquor in me to do this.
Rubber buns and liquor. Looking at the JR's ass surgery was last week. So.
Oh, I'm predicting an ass surgery runaway.
But based on some of the comments, I'm worried people are voting for which one they liked more. That is not the idea. The idea is to vote for which one was worse, but we'll see what happens. Okay. To the comments. The papier-mâché and sound clip version of JR was a better actor than both Bellas combined. Plus, we only had to endure that disgusting, tasteless, gaping hole for 10 minutes, not 2 of them for months in the feud with the most of the time. Because fuck the Bella twins. Bad acting is not as tasteless as bad ass jokes. I'm not offended by either, but the JR sketch was harder to watch. Given JR's views on his podcast, I think maybe his head actually is way up his ass, but I've never told anyone. Thank you, Bree. This one just says
what?
DHGDG. I don't know if that stands for something, but yeah.
Wow.
This next one just says because poop. If I wanted to watch girl soap operas, I would save them while I'm at work. A colonoscopy isn't that bad when your nickname was once Mud. Thank you, Mud. The week before the JR colonoscopy, we also got the legendary moment of Linda McMahon kicking him in the balls. I'm lumping that in with the entire angle, so JR's dick and ass get the win. See, that's what I'm talking about. You're supposed to vote for the one that's worse, not better.
Well, yeah, but I think that if they're bringing Linda in at all, they are voting for the worst. Come on.
Are you serious? A wrestling show pulling things out of a commentator's ass or a poor build to an actual match? ... Because twins rolling around on the ground could lead to a porn. Again, I think you voted for the one you like better, not the one you like worse. Because the Bella thing isn't that bad. I have a belly button. JR's colonoscopy wins this one. At the time, it was horrible on so many levels. And for them to do that to JR just shows how vindictive Vince can be and how pathetically childish. And the last one says, because it was just stupid Vince humor. So.
Oh, am I right? Here we go.
By a margin.
Oh, fuck you. God damn it, Adam. God damn it.
Thank you, Vinny. My God, that's my asshole's music. Thank you, Vinny. Sean says, I like the fact that the 24 ringtone censored Eva Marie's name right as Mikey Michelson said it. Conspiracy. I have Do Not Disturb turned on. Apparently, Do Not Disturb does not work on text message notifications. But, yeah. So, anyway. 79-21. Moving on.
Votes or percent?
What's that?
Votes or percent?
Percent.
Okay, I say we don't have that many listeners. All right.
79-21. JR's ass moves on to the second round.
Absolutely.
So we move on to the next match.
Oh, God, I'm really curious. I want to know. Tell me.
The next match.
Tell me.
We have the battle to end all battles. Not really. The battle between Mae Young.
The hand?
Giving birth to a hand.
Yeah, my favorite segment. That totally can't go on because it's not the worst.
Versus John Cena having a match against Michael Cole.
Definitely Michael Cole and John Cena.
So we had a segment based around Mae Young's 86-year-old vagina, which is the front runner for title of this podcast at the moment.
That is fantastic.
Versus a match that ended with Michael Cole stripped to his underwear covered in JR's barbecue sauce.
Yeah, the fact that I actually like the segment with the hand compared to the fact that Michael Cole actually doing anything, and I'm not leaving it to that's commentary or anything. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
that's the winner.
That was a pretty terrible match. So
that was awful. I remember.
Go to our Facebook page, click on the link, vote in the poll for Mae Young's hand or John Cena versus Michael Cole.
I like this rundown show, and this one's much better than the last one.
Yeah. Well, you know, some those things happen sometime. Sean says, the Bella Twins just got stomped by my mud hole, and I want them to walk it dry.
Ew.
Okay.
That's disgusting.
I don't know if that's supposed to be as JR or as Steve Austin, but we'll not worry about that because it's gross.
It is pretty gross.
So, yeah.
Yeah, let's bring it on next segment.
Moving on to the news this week. I miss you, Tommy Moltisanti. We didn't get a phone call.
Oh, Tommy Moltisanti. I miss him too. He's my favorite human being alive.
I don't know what happened, but we didn't get a voicemail from Tommy.
He's got this child being molested by divas instead. That's
looks like the Bray Wyatt Jericho feud lasted as long as Lita and Kane's baby. It wasn't my fault.
Okay, can I comment on that just for a quick second?
Yeah, all right.
The feud has run its course. The feud ended with the cage match. Jericho's probably gonna go on to fight Randy Orton and then be done. I think that Bray Wyatt's made the point clear that he's I don't know. I feel like that gimmick.
I thought that would happen at a pay-per-view. Was my point.
Right, but it was the season premiere of Raw, right? Which makes no sense to me.
What the fuck kind of show that runs year-round has seasons? Who does that?
I was curious about that myself. It was because it's up against football. That's why.
Yeah. Who does
up against that? Like crocheting, underwater basket weaving, or whatever it is that airs on TV.
Sean says Michael Cole stripped to his underwear covered in barbecue sauce sounds like Kamala's request for a last meal. Right.
That really is.
Vin says the hand versus barbecue. What if they had John Cena wrestle the hand? Well, they did have the hand on the was it the 1000th episode of Raw? We saw the hand all.
I would watch John Cena wrestle the hand. I think that'd be a good match.
That sounds like something that you'd find on the internet.
No comment.
The hand is taking the title, says Marshall. One can only hope. We'll see what happens. You'll have to vote on the poll.
Hand is done.
Go to the Facebook page, click on the link, vote on the poll.
That shit is done. All right, news time.
WWE appears to have ended their partnership with Tout. What a shame.
Is Tout still a thing?
Apparently. As you may recall, the company invested $5,000 in the company back in July of 2004.
$5,000.
Entering into a 2-year partnership that placed Stephanie McMahon on Tout's board of directors.
Really?
It's being noted that the WWE Tout account hasn't been used since July 12th, and the NXT account hasn't been used since May 25th.
Wow.
Many WWE talent haven't used their Tout accounts in month. Considering the timing of the end of the WWE's account use at the end of the 2-year deal, it would suggest that the company did not renew their partnership in Tout. What a goddamn shame.
Yeah, Tout kind of flopped. That was worse than not Facebook. It's worse than MySpace.
Yeah, but it did give birth to our favorite segment on Raw. Marks on Tout.
Yes, Marks on Tout.
Marks on Tout.
I thought you were gonna say when Sheamus stole Alberto Del Rio's
Marks
car.
on Tout.
And then touted about it.
Marks on Tout. Sean says, the rundown now barely half an hour long and providing no insight on anything. Who suggested this format, for fuck's sake? You people did. This is
Well, if I had a chance to watch more, maybe I'm just a bad co-host.
Maybe you should just fucking watch shit so we can actually talk about it.
Sorry. I've got this thing called a job.
I got a job, too. I still manage to watch shit.
Yeah, my job usually runs me 11 hours a day. So there you go.
Whose fault is that?
That's mine, because I chose a stupid major. All right, anyway.
Sean, you just need to come back on the show.
Yeah, Sean, take my place for a while. I'll take some time off. I'll take a hiatus. I've got this other podcast coming up, shadowvein.net.
No pimping till the end of the show.
Sorry!
That was on the survey, too.
Sorry.
Next.
Wash a show!
As mentioned at the very, very end of last week's show, CM Punk's lawyers reportedly sent a 22-page letter to the WWE regarding royalties and the use of his likeness and image for the WWE 2K15 game. There is said to be a belief that WWE is no longer sending Punk his royalty money due to the claim that Punk breached his contract after he walked out earlier this year. Punk's inclusion in the game was developed before he quit wrestling, and too much work had been done to take him out since he left. The report does not mention if the letter from Punk's attorneys is a legal warning or just a complaint. WWE, this is my favorite part, has now removed nearly all of Punk's merchandise from his WWEshop.com alumni page. As of this afternoon, there are 6 items left on Punk's page.
Wow.
The most expensive is a CM Punk Brock Lesnar signed commemorative plaque from their match at SummerSlam 2013, which is priced at $69.99. Following that is an action figure at $10.99, and his Best in the World DVD at $4.99.
Really? $4.99?
The other 3 items range from $2.99 down to 99 cents. So if you want some CM Punk merchandise, even though it's probably not good merchandise left at this point, go to WWEshop.com and get yourself some stuff.
And while you're there, pick up the $9.99 T-shirt because it's just so stylish.
Yeah, don't do that. So it has further been reported that Punk's letter is not actually a lawsuit, just a notice about what Punk thinks he is owed in royalties for his merchandise.
You know, the more I hear about what's going on with Punk, the more I lose respect for him, which is hard because he's a Chicago guy, and I had a lot of respect for him being kind of, around this area and being as amazing as he was. So, yeah, I don't know.
I guess now you'll just have to ride Seth Rollins' coattails.
Well, that's okay. Yeah. I'm okay with that. I used to call his matches, right?
Yeah, you used to hang out at his hot tub.
All the time. It was like a hot tub time machine. We'd travel in time. It'd be great parties. If you mean by traveling in time, obviously by drinking cheap wine like I am tonight. Yeah.
Hot tub TARDIS machine.
Hot tub TARDIS machine. There is the title for this show.
Sean says, CM Punk has lawyers? Man, that guy sure is living up to his adopted surname. Nothing says Punk like litigation. You know what else? Nothing says... By the way, going back to Raw, actually, because I want to talk about this. Yeah. Sean mentioned last week about John Cena hiding behind his lawyers like a heel when Hunter threatened to take his match away.
Right.
Can we talk about the douchebag superhero threatening to beat up a whiny Jew?
Wait, what? Oh, when he made that comment about Heyman?
Yeah, if Brock Lesnar's not here next week, I'm just going to beat you up.
Did he actually say whiny Jew?
No, but Heyman said that about himself a few weeks ago.
Yeah, so you're basically extrapolating and trying to make Cena sound like much more of a dick than he actually is. So that sounds like that's defamation of character. He's gonna get his lawyers on you.
He's gonna hide behind his lawyers.
Absolutely.
Gladly extrapolating. Paul Heyman called himself an advocating Jew.
Which I appreciate your use of inference and looking back at old things. That's more than my students can do. So
Thanks, English teacher.
You're very welcome.
Vin says, "What would the hand's finisher be? That's a really big mandible claw." Troy chimed in with, "I'm John Heidenreich here for Chasing Distant Horizons, a chapbook by Andy. If you need something to test your new printer, then check out Chasing Distant Horizons at tinyurl.com/distant horizons."
Troy, I love you, man. I love you, man. You are the man.
And Sean says, "Mae Young's hand is easily the Undertaker's best WrestleMania opponent."
Oh my God, he should go out on that. He should have a retirement match against the Hand.
Oh,
Christ. That would make me buy the network for $9.99.
Next.
Oh yeah, washa.
Following the success of Guardians of the Galaxy, word is that Marvel is restructuring Batista's contract. It's being reported that the new deal will be for more money and result in more movie appearances in the Marvel Cinematic Universe going forward. These roles would include appearances in the second Guardians of the Galaxy film and the third Avengers film. He also has other offers from outside of Marvel coming in and is already set to be one of the main stars in the Kickboxer remake.
What? I don't remember.
In regards to exactly. I think it was Jean-Claude Van Damme was in Kickboxing.
Well, probably. It's either him or Chuck Norris, one of the two.
There you go. In regards to his future in wrestling, Batista's people, because he has,
did they say Batista's people?
Reportedly don't want him to have any involvement with the WWE. The feeling is that WWE did not handle his return well.
No shit. Shocking.
And did not allow him to use enough of his own ideas to help get himself over. He has been talking with WWE, but the belief is that wrestling will stay second to his movie career.
Well, at this point, seeing Guardians of the Galaxy, like I did you see Guardians of the Galaxy, by the way?
I haven't seen it yet, no.
Okay, I mean, seeing Guardians of the Galaxy, that's a good character. It worked for him. And seeing how WWE portrayed him and screwed him over, yeah, sure. I think that he's probably better off going to Hollywood.
I keep wanting to call him Strax, but no, that's the guy.
No,
that's the Sontaran.
Yeah, that's not quite right, but close enough. We'll give you credit for it. Half credit.
Is it Drax with a dread? Yeah.
Yeah.
If Cena was threatening to beat Heyman up next week, why didn't Paul just say, "Fuck it, then I won't show up"? Because writing.
Authors and their shit, you know.
Because they needed an excuse to get Brock there because he just can't show up as the champion. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway.
Don't get me started. You're raising my ire. Don't do it. Fucking hate that guy.
So good for Batista, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Good for Batista.
He's a local boy done good.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's better off in the Hollywoods.
Should I start doing my German accent on the show now?
Yes, let's do it. Let's work on your podcast voice right now. Ja, yes it is.
Ja, das ist very good for Batista.
Oh my God.
What is the next story?
Oh, it's a wash-a-sha.
During the recent talent cuts from WWE, there were some concerns that both Lillian Garcia and Tony Chimmel would be released from WWE.
No.
It was believed that cheaper ring announcers would be hired in their place. The two are currently still employed with the company as of now. Hey, WWE, you want a cheap ring announcer?
Hey, let's do it. Hey, you and I, we should totally go hang out with them and be like ring announcers. That'd be great.
No, you were a commentator. I'm too. The problem.
The
problem is, we're too tall.
That's true. We would make the wrestlers look short, which would ruin the illusion that the wrestlers are really like 7 foot tall.
Sean Marshall and I were actually having this discussion at work today because he was talking about how huge Sheamus and Cesaro are. No comment about Sheamus's balls though. I don't know how.
I was thinking it. Good do it.
But yeah, because I remember I actually thought that myself because I was watching the match on Monday night. And Cesaro was talking to the referee, and the referee was at least a foot shorter than Cesaro.
Dude, that referee was tiny! That was a
Makes
tiny
a
fucking
foot
ref.
shorter than Cesaro, and so yeah, I mean, I get complaints now that I am too tall as a ring announcer in some of the companies that I work in.
They would
So
probably make you like get one of those reductions of your femur or something.
yeah, cut me off at the knees. I'll have to dwarf around. Does nobody know what dwarf is? Is that just me who knows what dwarf is? Dwarf on golf. Anyone? Tim Conley? No. All right.
I remember I was at a house show once, and I remember the Big Show was there, and he walked by, and I was near the aisle, and I'm like, I am not that much shorter than this guy. Like, I really thought. I looked at him, I'm like, I don't have to look up that much at him. How much are they lying about how tall these people are? You know? Because I'm only 6'5".
I was at a house show. I thought you were 6'7". Anyway, it doesn't matter. I was at a house show. And,
that 6 or 7 in somewhere else. But anyway, go ahead. Anyway,
wine. I
wine.
was at a house show, and Crime Time came through the crowd.
Brooklyn.
And Shad Gaspard came right next to the section we were in, and that's a big fucking guy too.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch, he's huge. But anyway.
And he's not even talking about his height. Ho-ho!
You just made the same joke twice in a row.
I know, whatever.
It's wine. You gotta stop it.
Wine.
So yeah, unfortunately, I don't think I'll ever live my dream as a WWE ring announcer.
Well, we could just get surgery. It's okay. We'll be good to go.
Sean says, I want Batista to return to the WWE, but only if his new gimmick is that he thinks he's Drax the Destroyer and constantly shows up in character.
That would be the best character ever. And think how much Marvel could just send all those paychecks to Marvel. We're good to go.
All right, next. After last week's news that Daniel Bryan does not need another surgery, WWE is hoping to get him back by Survivor Series.
Really? That's a little early.
Concern backstage that Bryan is not completely healthy. However, WWE doesn't want to risk another injury with Bryan when he comes back, so they could wait longer until he's completely ready to go.
They should wait. I think that at this point they're trying to build up a talent roster that's working without him, and it's working okay. So they should just totally wait and not try to push him back by November. If he's not going to be good to go, as much as I hate to say this, I don't want to see him hurt.
You hate to say that you don't want to see him hurt.
Well, because I don't like him, but but at the same time, I know he's a human being, and I really don't want to see him hurt. I don't want to see him back because I don't care for Daniel Bryan. However, I know that he's a human being and probably a nice guy, and I don't want to see him hurt.
He's another local boy done good.
There you go.
Vinny says Diesel should come back as Groot. If Batista comes back as Drax, then Diesel can come back as Groot.
I love it.
Only if he's in the full makeup all the time.
Just bring in Vin Diesel. Why the hell not? It's not like he's doing anything.
There you go, Vin Diesel.
Yeah!
Puns! Hooray!
Ooh!
Next!
Ooh, sha-sha.
And finally this week.
34 minutes. I'll try not to lengthen it out another 10 minutes with my Macho Man impression this week.
Yeah, sure. NXT TakeOver 2 Fatal 4-Way is tomorrow night.
Yeah.
So let's do some predicting.
Oh, really? We're gonna do like an off the cuff? Oh my God, I can't handle this. Oh God.
As far as I can tell, there have been 5 matches announced so far.
Really? That's
for
exciting.
TakeOver 2 Fatal 4-Way tomorrow.
Bring it on, Adam. Let's do this. Let's see. Let's have a little. We should do a gentleman's wager on how we do. Like, who does better? Like, we should have some sort of gentleman's wager. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either.
I don't know either. I don't know. We'll talk off air. We'll figure out a gentleman's wager and let everyone know.
Troy Bosen says, Rundown, episode 168, where Andy hits the wine harder than Stone Cold hits Deborah.
Love it.
It's very windy where you are.
Windy? What? Really? Can you see out the window? Yeah. We've had wind and rain for a long while here.
All right. The first match, the one that nobody cares about, Mojo Rawley versus Bull Dempsey.
Fuck you. I care about it. I love Mojo Rawley. Mojo probably will lose. As much as I want Mojo to win, I'm going to go with Bull Dempsey because they're trying to build Bull Dempsey.
Yeah, that works for me. As long as Mojo loses, I'm happy.
No, I love Mojo. He should win, but he can't because they're building the other guy with the singlet all the way down to his navel.
I don't understand why you like Mojo Rawley.
Because Mojo Rawley's amazing.
He's terrible.
No, he's amazing. I don't just get hype, I stay hype.
Smashing your ass into someone's face as a finishing move barely counts when you're a diva, and he's doing it as a full-grown man.
He backs that shit up, baby. Just saying.
Hair versus hair match. Sylvester Lefort versus Enzo Amore.
I hate Enzo Amore, but I'm going to go with Enzo Amore because a hair versus hair match does not work if the face loses.
That's true. Agreed. Women's title match. I think this may be where we disagree. Charlotte versus Bayley.
I'm going to go with Charlotte.
I'm going to go with Bayley.
Really? You think it's time?
I think that they're going to give it to Bayley and move Charlotte up.
I don't think Charlotte's ready yet. I mean, I think she is ready, but I don't think they think she's ready yet. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go with Charlotte in this one.
Tag team title match, The Ascension versus Cassine Kalisto.
Okay, so this one's tough for me because while The Ascension have held the titles for a very long time, and it seems like nothing has changed, it seems like it's about time for a change of the guard.
So
However...
You're saying enough is enough, and it's time for...
Right. Yes, it's time for a change. However, I hate seeing Kalisto.
Yes. So
I'm going to go with The Ascension.
I'm going to go with Cassine Kalisto. I think they're going to, again, drop the titles. And
this one is based just simply on the fact that I hate them.
Oh, yeah. I want The Ascension to feud with the Dust Brothers when they...
that could be interesting. But the Dust Brothers are heels.
Not only until they win the titles. Remember what we talked about?
Oh, that's right. I forgot that thing. That'll never happen. Okay.
No, of course not. And, of course, the NXT title match, the namesake of the program, because the pay-per-view Fatal 4-Way worked so well. Adrian Neville defends his title against Sami Zayn, Tyson Kidd, and Tyler Breeze.
Okay, so we've got Adrian Neville, Tyler Breeze. Okay, remind me of those two again. I didn't catch them. Sami Zayn.
Tyson Kidd. Wine.
Tyson Kidd. Wine. Shut up. I'm going to go with Adrian Neville.
Remind me of those two things you just said 2 seconds ago.
Shut up! Adrian Neville for the win. He hasn't held the title long enough or defended it enough.
This is a tough call for me. I don't think they're going to put it on Tyson Kidd at all.
No, because that wouldn't make any sense. He's been on the main roster before. It wouldn't make any sense for him. It wouldn't do anything for him to put the title on him.
I want to see Tyler Breeze and Adrian feud some more, but I want to see that break out of something that ends up costing Neville the title.
So you were going with Sami.
I'm going to go Sami Zayn on this one.
I think it's about time that Sami won. However,
exactly.
I don't think
I want to say Sami finally gets his hands on the belt.
I think it's going to still be Neville.
All right. Well, we'll find out tomorrow night at TakeOver 2 Fatal 4-Way.
And we'll see which one wins the gentleman's wager.
Which we have no idea what that is.
We will figure it out.
So tomorrow night on the WWE Network for just
$9.99
a month.
Well, there's that. Yeah.
TakeOver 2.
Quiet on the month part.
And see those 5 matches, and hopefully a couple more, because I don't see how they can make 5 matches last 2 hours. But we'll see. What happens. Sean says the important question is why haven't John Cena and Daniel Bryan intervened in the rivalry between the Bella Twins? You would think they could help mend those fences.
Yeah, but Daniel Bryan's got a broken neck and John Cena is kind of busy, so he doesn't give a shit.
Doesn't care about his girlfriend, obviously.
Well, obviously. Would you? Hey, Adam, would you honestly care about your girlfriend if it was a Bella?
Exactly, because he's a douchebag.
Exactly. Thank you.
Even if it is the one with the bigger tits.
Right. You would just use that for the blowjobs and be like, now get the fuck away from me, you annoy the shit out of me. Just saying.
You use the tits for the blowjobs?
Well, you do that too. That's tit jobs, blowjobs,
you
angle jobs, whatever does it for you.
Job.
Whatever does it for you.
The Patriot job? All right.
Really feeling too much about my sex life. All right, continuing on. It's about time to close the show. Oh, fuck.
That does it on that note. On that very, very
merciful, Jesus, thank you.
Mikey Michelson style note. That's it for the rundown for this Wednesday, September 10th, 2014. 184 days since the Usos won the WWE Tag Team Championship.
Yeah.
BCW Superstar Showdown this Saturday, September 13th at the Belltime Club in Wakefield, Massachusetts. Yes, the venue has changed. Go to vcwlivewire.com for more information. Proceeds, I believe, still benefit the Medford Little League.
Well, I really hope at this point, because that would be shitty if it didn't.
Yeah, there's a story there that I don't know, but anyway.
Really? Ooh.
APW Overload
Woo!
next Saturday, September 20th at the APW Arena at the Newbury Fire Hall in Newbury, Massachusetts. Go to AtlanticProWrestling.com for the
Is John
details.
Cena going to be there?
John Cena Sr. probably.
Okay. Does he come to wrestling matches, really?
He commentates a lot, well, most of the
Really?
time.
Are you serious?
John Cena Sr. Yeah.
Really? I did
Yeah.
not know that. That is kind of cool, actually.
He's kind of a dick to me all the time, but it's funny.
He's a dick to you? That's awesome.
Anyway, I'm not gonna break kayfabe on the podcast.
Sorry.
Lucky Pro Wrestling Caged Mayhem on Friday, September 26th in Hudson, Mass. at the Elks Lodge. Go to luckyprowrestling.com for the details.
Weebly.com.com.weebly.
No more Weebly.
Oh,
Just luckyprowrestling.com.
Just common Weebly-ness.
Rest in peace, Weebly.
Rest in peace, Weebly, indeed.
Elkmania 2, September.
Oh, yeah, brother.
Elkmania
Running wild.
And search for Elkmania 2 on Facebook. Liberty States returns on October 4th. Search for Liberty States Wrestling on Facebook because I don't know what they do with the website anymore, if it's even updated at all.
Oh, that's sad.
Follow me on Twitter to watch me live tweet Raw.
Yeah,
and, Andy
tweet
and I
that.
live tweet pay-per-views. And who knows, maybe a live tweet takeover tomorrow night if I...
Yeah.
It's on.
If I'm not... Oh, no, I'll be at work. Never mind. I won't live tweet.
At Rundown Podcast on the Tweety. Send your feedback, send your Ryback theme song, send your catchphrase suggestions, send your fake sponsor, send your real sponsor, send your Doctor Who Great Earthler templates for Pertwee through Hurt and Capaldi. Send your questions for me to answer on YouTube. Send your Dear WWE letters. Send your budget suggestions for Vince and your wrestler combinations for Raccoon Reigns to turn into a tag team the next time he's on the show to rundownwrestling@gmail.com or leave us a voicemail at 206-202-6478 206-20.
Angst.
206-202-6478. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/rundownwrestling. We are quickly approaching that 500 mark, and I would like to see us get there.
Ooh, we should do a contest.
To make a donation of the monetary variety, go to rundown.podomatic.com and click the PayPal donate button on the right-hand side of the screen. If you donate at least $36 and go to tinyurl.com/distant horizon.
What?
At least one copy of this here chapbook.
I love it. It's so good.
Poems and shit. You still haven't told me which one I need to read for the audiobook. That's your fault.
Well, you're like the only person that responded, so there you go.
I'll just read all of them.
Go for it.
You can become our official listener. To watch archived episodes of these here Google Hangouts, go to youtube.com/rundownpodcast and circle me on Google Plus at google.com/plus Adam Rundown host. On September 11th, Scott County Wrestling presents Osama Bin Laden.
I think that's kind of close, actually. You should be careful.
That's tomorrow night as well. If you can either watch Takeover 2 Fatal 4-Way or Osama Bin Laden. Read our blog at rundownwrestling.blogspot.com, even though it hasn't been updated for a couple weeks because I don't post anything on there. And Troy hasn't sent in his NXT Power Rankings.
I should work on something for that if I ever have time again.
Yes, you should. And search for us on iTunes under the Rundown Wrestling Podcast. If you subscribe, you get the podcast delivered to you absolutely free each and every week for $0. If you cannot afford a donation of the monetary variety, you can donate a 5-star review so other people can find us. If you leave a text review, we will read your name
Do we have anyone?
and review on a future program like these fine people.
Really? Really? Where? Oh, no. Oh, sadness. So sad.
We are also available on Stitcher at Stitcher.com or the Stitcher app on your
Bitch your
iOS
mother.
or Android device. Did you say
Bitch your mother. Bitch your mother. Yeah. Bitch it up.
Also free, but all you have to download is the app. You stream the podcast directly from their servers. You can choose from your favorites of tens of thousands of podcasts.
Man.
But why would you choose anyone other than ours?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Thanks to Tegan Brown for the logo. Thanks to all of you for listening. Thanks to Sean and Sean and Troy and Vinny for chiming in on the side this week.
Yeah. So much fun. Crowd participation. It's good times.
Thanks to Andrew.
You're very welcome, sir. Hey, don't forget to check out shadowvein.net. You keep forgetting to mention it. Shadowvein.net, starring possibly yours truly and you and all these people who are involved in this podcast and other people. It'd be great. horror podcast, storytelling, good time, shadowvane.net, at shadowvanecast on Twitter.
If there is a character in the show that is German, you will know that is me.
We would find a German character right when in for you.
We will listen to Kraftwerk and make a podcast.
Yeah.
Thanks to iFightDragons at ifightdragons.com for the theme song.
I Fight Dragons, it's time for a new theme song. Help us out, boys. Help us out. Or girls. I don't know what you are. Just help us out. Dragons can be both genders. Or people that fight them.
Just ruining the flow of my thing here.
I'm sorry.
Next week!
Oh my god!
We'll have a nice recap of TakeOver 2 Fatal 4-Way.
I like it.
Plus,
I'll actually watch it.
Mae Young's Hand or John Cena versus Michael Cole. One of those will come out on the top of the bottom, I guess you would say. Something like that. And Brother Bella joins us to explain where he's been this whole time and why it took Jerry Springer and a worldwide television audience for him to care about his sisters fighting with each other. Jerk.
Douche. See ya.
I would love to contribute to Shadowvane, but I've never attempted a fake voice before, says Sean.
You can use your real voice, Sean. It's all right. Well, I should probably stop this. Stop.
Good night, everybody.
Mine's already stopped. All right, so let's save Project.
I'm still broadcasting. Still broadcasting, still podcasting, still done podcasting.
Let's save the project as rundown 168, then save the file as Andy 168. Yeah! Let's export this shit. Andy rhymes with candy. 168. Oh, not 1,678. Can you imagine the sweet hell of doing 1,678 episodes of this?
Someday. 30 years from now.
No. I hope to be dead by then. I really hope to be dead by then.
Dead 30 years from now?
I really hope.
That's the saddest thing I've ever heard.
Maybe not. But, well, you think about it, 1,000... Okay, let's do the math. So that's approximately 1,500 episodes. Divided by 52, that's 20... Okay, you're accurate with your mental math. Fuck you.
Vince just yells out, Androgynous Dragon! I'm still here, bitches! Yes, welcome to the post show.
Troy says, I'm pumped for Shadowvane. I'd love to
bring...
contribute as well, but I'm afraid you'd lose every subscriber. Well, Troy, listen, see if it's for you. Once we're done with the first story, if you want to contribute in some way, by all means you can, because I totally could use more voice contributors. Even if you want to do like a minor thing where you only have like 3 lines, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Shadowvanecast@gmail.com.
Sean Marshall says, bring in the belt for my retirement. If I remember, which I won't.
He's retiring?
Well, he's leaving the corporate office.
That's not really retirement.
Well, you know.
Sean's lying is what he's doing. Liar, liar, pants on fire.
Dun, dun.
Something about a telephone wire. I'm going to open Skippy. Skippy. I
never knew the last word of that.
What?
The last line of that liar, liar, pants
liar, liar, pants on fire, something, telephone wire.
Exactly. I never knew what the something was.
Well, what's the something?
For some reason,
hang them on a telephone wire. I don't know. Is that it? Hang them from a telephone wire. I don't know. It's something. Hang on. I'll Google it. You do realize we have the Google. Right?
Yeah, the miracle of the internet.
Liar.
We used to have something about an eagle, and I don't know why. When I was a child, it was something about an eagle.
Pants on fire song. Oh, that's interesting.
There you go. Sean says, no, Troy. Mikey Michelson has already cost them every subscriber. He's only 8 years old. Find us what that song is, and then we'll end on that.
Hang on, let's see here. Liar, liar, pants on fire. WayWrongRadio.org says, when we were kids, we used to accuse my friend of lying by chanting, liar, liar, pants on fire, nose is long as a telephone wire.
That doesn't make any sense.
Liar, liar, chicken fryer, your pants are on fire. That's interesting.
That doesn't even fit.
Liar, liar, pants on fire, hanging on a telephone wire. I've heard...
Troy says nose is long.
Really?
Troy says nose as long as we're going all Pinocchio and shit on this.
Liar, liar, your pants are on fire, you can't get over a telephone wire.
That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't.
I can't get over a telephone wire when I'm telling the truth, so...
Deceiver, dissembler, your trousers are alight. From what pole or gallows shall they dangle in the night?
That's gorgeous. I think we're going to end on that. That's fantastic.
That is fantastic.
On that note,
I love you people. I
Good
love
night,
all of
Coach
our
Ken.
fans. Goodbye, fans.
Andy's drunk on the wine again.
I need more wine, but not because it's already late.
I would like to write an episode of Shadow Vane. I have a great idea featuring the ghost of Robin Williams. Why'd you have to ruin the Pants of Light thing with your comedy?
Oh, Sean. If you want to write a one-time episode, like a one-shot episode, and it's not about Robin Williams, I'd consider it, Sean.
I don't think you want that.
I probably don't. I don't know. Sean's creative. I could totally see him doing an interesting one-time script if he could be serious for 5 seconds.
If I could be serious for a moment.
Bye, people.
Good night, Post Show.
Love you.
Not in love with you.